Harden with a drive. Lynn with a shot. Missed it. Tayshaun with a rebound. Just under 3.5 to play. It was nice dish to Greg Monroe. Gunning, and he got it. Pistons needed that. It's 97 to 93. Rockets in a little bit of trouble here. But Harden gives it up to Parsons. Chandler Parsons took it up in the air. Lost the handle, but drew the foul. English got him. And there is Karen Davidson, the widow of Mr. Davidson. And Ndamukong Suh.
I love you, Mom.
The list goes on. 2:52 to play. Parsons gets the first. 98-93. Now it's 99-93. Jim English tried to give it up. Nearly lost it to Harden, and now he does lose it to Harden. Harden with a dish. Ashik with the score, and the Pistons trail by 8. 12 assists for Harden and 34 points. English misses on the long gun.
Well, now
Harden with a rebound.
Yeah, now your defense has to be almost flawless if you're the Pistons, and the Rockets will be in no hurry, I'm sure. Clock's in their favor.
Bounce inside to Ashik. And a step out called on Carlos Delfino.
That was a huge break for the Pistons because there was no reason to even be close to the out-of-bounds line with Delfino. He was totally unguarded over there.
Pistons with 1:54 to play, trail by 8. Brandon Knight crosses over to the lane and quickly draws a foul. Harden's second. The Rockets are in the penalty. Pistons early in the fourth, led by 11, 83 to 72. Now with 1:46 to play, they're trying to whittle away at an 8-point lead, and Brandon Knight's first free throw is short. When the game ends, our coverage continues from the Call Sam Studios with Pistons Live. We'll hear from head coach Lawrence Frank and the players, plus we'll break down the game and show you all the highlights. Pistons Live immediately after the game here on Fox Sports Detroit. Brandon Knight splits the pair. 7-point Houston lead. Harden, who's played 42 and scored 34 and dished out 12 assists, will hang on to it. Puts it down, drives it, scoops it, scores it, and draws a foul. What a debut for the bearded James Harden.
See, the Rockets are hoping that by getting him, and he is a legitimate marquee player, that others will want to come and join the Rockets. Kevin McHale saying before the game, we were really close on Dwight Howard. So not getting Howard was obviously disappointing, but getting Harden is a huge lift for this team. And George, what a debut. What a debut.
Fans are going to love them in Houston. They have now their biggest lead. It's a 10-point lead as the free throw falls. And now with 1:27 to go, the Pistons take a timeout. They'll get the ball back. The Pistons' 11-point lead early in the fourth. Dismantled by that man and the Rockets. Time for our DMC primetime performance. Got to be James Harden. What a show tonight by Harden.
Well, what did he do? Whatever he wanted. I mean, he helped defensively at times, but the offensive show is all-star worthy, without a doubt, George. He ran the break. He scored on his own. He scored from three-point land. He penetrated. I mean, he did it all.
37 points, Gregory.
Yeah, and this from a guy who, 5 days ago was on somebody else's roster.
Looked pretty darn comfortable tonight. Plus 12 assists, plus 6 rebounds. His fourth 30-plus game. Pistons had their moments tonight. And as we said, they were up 11 early in the fourth after trailing by 8 in the first quarter and 7 in the second. It was 83-72 with 11:08 to go in the game. Now, Houston leads 104-94 with a minute and 27 to play.
OKC gave big money to Westbrook and big money to Kevin Durant. But they also gave a long-term big money deal to Serge Ibaka. So, the other guy now was Harden. And, they wanted him back to be sure. He even said he'd take less money, but it was not enough. And in the end, they decided they weren't going to take a chance on losing him and getting nothing. So that was the reason why they dealt him.
Got draft picks and Kevin Martin, among others. Pistons need to hurry here. Down 10, a minute and 20 left. Rodney finds Will Bynum, goes in, draws the foul. No, they don't even call it, and the shot won't fall. Looks like get a chance for a three-point play. Instead, the Pistons get nothing. And with 1:05 to play, the Rockets play keep away. Here's swipe by Greg Monroe. Asik gets it back, and he is fouled. Will Bynum called for his fourth. It's going to be a little bit tough to swallow because the Pistons survived some haymakers early, Gregory, came back, led it to half, and then, don't forget, there was a 10-0 start by the Rockets in the second half that the Pistons answered with a 13-0 run of their own to go up by 11 eventually, and then see it disappear here in the fourth.
Yeah, this will hurt because they had the game and they had it under their control. There was a lot of time left, obviously, and I guess at some point you give some credit to the Rockets for getting down and continuing to play. They turned this thing, they flipped it.
Asik got one, missed the next. The Pistons will take timeout with 56.2 seconds to play. We'll take a break at the Palace on opening night. Houston behind James Harden with an 11-point lead. Delfino's done his job as well for the Rockets. He has scored 15. And you know what? When you get 4 triples in the fourth, that'll help you wipe out an 11-point lead.
Yeah, well,
that's what he did.
Yeah, and that was their undoing. And a couple of other triples hurt too. And some of them came after Piston turnovers, George, or when they were trying to scramble getting back defensively after poor shot selection.
Greg Monroe's hook won't go, but it finally falls, and they'll give it to Greg. A lot of people up to touch that basketball, most of them in red. And Jeremy Lin's been important to this Rocket team. When he sat down, they were in big, big trouble. When he came back, he solidified them. Harden misses. Ashik misses on the tap. And the Pistons will take a 20-second timeout with 25.4 seconds to play. We'll be right back.
3-3, 2-9, 2-8, 1-0-1. This was a 50-50 payday winning number 3-3, 2-9, 2-8, 1-0-1. Tonight, proceeds benefit the Come Together Foundation. This is a winning ticket 3-3, 2-9, 2-8, 1-0-1. 50-50 payday winning number. Player prize at the North Pavilion, outside section 122.
Pistons head out on a West Coast swing, leaving tomorrow, starting in Phoenix on Friday night. Luis Scola, free agent signee for the Suns, and on to L.A., where Kobe waits on Sunday with Dwight Howard and Steve Nash. Andre Iguodala waits in Denver. DeMarcus Cousins in Sacramento. Kevin Durant in OKC. And, yes, James Harden in Houston to finish the trip.
Again?
Wow. Rodney's three-point try, in and out.
Had enough of Harden for a few minutes, George.
We'll soon wait to see him till spring, maybe. Houston survives a Piston onslaught, and the Pistons cannot survive James Harden. Harden finishes with 37 points and 12 assists.